Good morning, guys. Time is 6:45 in the morning here at the shop early this morning because we got a pretty big order. So the alarm went off at 4 and I have this little widget on my lock screen that shows the Stripe dashboard for like the net sales each day. And it was like at 4 a.m. I was groggy, and then I see this number up here and I don't even believe it, for really lack of a better word. I mean, it's not anything crazy or something that we haven't done before. It's just like when these things come in, it kind of throws the whole day off. But I think that with us coming in early, being here at the shop already, we'll be a lot better set up for success. So yeah, we had a $1,400 order placed for one of our wholesale clients early this morning. So those of you guys who follow along, basically that means that it's actually going to be double the price. So that is a tough day ahead of us, but actually we're in a pretty good situation queue-wise. There's not many other orders that have to go out, especially large ones. So that will be the main focus today, unless some other orders come in. But with what we're looking at now, the other orders that have to go along with it are relatively small, like very small compared relatively, but we'll be able to get everything handled. I think the only thing that's going to have to sacrifice today is the gym. Don't like doing that, but honestly today was leg day, so I'm fine with it. I brought all of the stuff anyway, so I brought the gym bag and pre-workout if we end up like getting ahead somehow and we can run over there. That would be pretty good because I always like getting a workout in to feel better and just makes me more alert and focused. I am actually like really looking forward to today. I think that it's gonna be a really solid day for me. I looked at my calendar on the way in, to the amazement and joy of my surprise that there is no demos booked today. So I have a completely clear calendar from demos, meaning I can basically spend all day today from like 6 to 7. Seriously, just sitting at that computer working and getting some like a lot of my tasks done that I have been putting off, building up on my to-do list. And yeah, my Google tasks is like really long. It's been getting out of hand, so I'm looking forward to it, to be quite honest. Just get some solid heads down, focused working on the computer, print the DTF transfers. If Michaela needs any help, I can obviously run out and help her. But I think with everything set up the way we are today, we're getting here so early, we're in a lot better situation than we normally would be. Typically we try and get the DTF printers up by at least noon, but with today, they'll probably be up by like 7:30. So get an extra 4.5 hours of printing in, and that'll leave us with a lot of room for other orders that might come in, because one of our other wholesale customers, she usually always waits until like the last minute each day to place her orders. So we'll have those orders ready to go when the time comes, but hopefully we can have this big $1,400 order already printed by the time she would like to place an order, and then we can just get her prints thrown onto the DTF printers and head on out to FedEx at the end of the day. So we got a good day planned. I gotta go wash my coffee mug, make a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to be sitting my butt right here for probably the rest of the day. I'll keep you guys updated what we got going on, showing you around, but it's gonna be a solid day. All right, so I've gotten a little bit of things done. I've been trying to get a Twilio account so that we can send our own SMSs using a toll-free number. Right now we're just using GReminders to do all of our text messages from the calendar events that people book for the demos. So it basically works by the meeting gets put on my calendar after the lead books the demo. And then once that calendar gets created, like that, what's the word? Meeting gets created on my calendar, it syncs up with GReminders, where GReminders then pulls all of the information from the meeting and schedules the texts and sends them. So the pricing for GReminders is kind of expensive, in all honesty. I think it's $8 just to basically use the service, and then you have to pay additionally for the text messages. So for like 320 SMS texts, it's $20 a month just for those. And that is 160 characters. So I don't know if you guys know how long 160 characters is, but it's not long. So if you go anything over that, then that counts as an additional credit. So it's like if you send like a fairly long text, that's going to be 2 credits. And these credits are not cheap. So I am trying to do it all of our, like get it so that we can send them ourselves from Twilio. So Twilio, from what my research seems, is like the SMS text service. So odds are GReminders is just using Twilio themselves in the back end. I can't verify that myself, but this would be great for me to, one, I think sending SMSs for our order statuses and order updates to the actual customers who place orders on amstransfers.com would be useful. I think that there's a lot of times where for whatever reason customers create multiple accounts. They can't keep track of which email they logged in with the last time, so they don't know where their order notifications are going, and then they reach out to support, usually not in the best mood because they think that they're getting scammed and their order hasn't shipped or anything. But little do they know that they just haven't checked their email, and all of the information that they're looking for is right there. So I think if we could do the text messages, that would be really useful and just help keep the customers updated on what's going on. But first and foremost, primarily I'm looking to do this for reminders on the demos and getting those set up so that we can stop using GReminders and stop paying them $28 a month just to send these freaking leads text messages. But all of this to say, I've been trying to get an account with Twilio and get the toll-free number that I got verified, but they are giving me a hard time, man. So I have all of, you have to verify with a lot of information that they want for you to actually use a toll-free number for texting purposes here in the US. So I've gotten rejected twice already. So I got rejected again this morning because all surrounding like the consent required to actually send people SMS texts. So the first time I did it, I basically didn't have any consent at all. And then the second time I did it, I had I can put up screenshots because you have to include screenshots of the actual consent form when you're trying to verify this with them. So I got the first one that I did, it just had like a text field where the person could like input whatever they wanted. It wasn't a explicit consent. So that was the reason they denied me the second time. The first time was because I didn't have anything at all related to the consent. So that one, okay, I get that. Second time, they denied me because it wasn't explicit consent. So now, this time, they only have one option, and that is a checkbox that is required. So they cannot submit the form if they don't check this box. And the box just says, yes, I consent to receiving SMS text messages from AMS Transfers. So if they deny me again, I don't know what I could do this time. I'm sure they will tell me. Like, they are actually pretty helpful with the like telling me why. They're not just like, you're denied, try again. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I think this is like some new law that just came out in 2023 or something, where they have to do this like USD1 verification. I don't US1 regional verification. I don't know, man. It's all something. This is kind of new to me, getting into the SMS texts, but we'll see if Twilio ends up verifying my information and I can use this toll-free number that I bought. But in any sense, I'm going to switch gears right now, start working on a client website. So we have one of the teachers from the dance department at a school that we have a contract with wants to do a campaign for some t-shirts. So we're going to get her a website set up so that she can offer, I think, let me pull up the actual email. She wants to offer Gildan 64,000s, the independent trading company midweight hoodie, some hats, a tote bag, a independent trading company crew neck, the midweight, and then the tumblers. So she wants to have these available for sale on her site, and then the students can actually go onto the site and choose whichever garment they want based on the designs that she's selected. So we've been going back and forth with her trying to get all of the designs that she wants approved, and the actual garments approved as well. So we got everything squared away. We also just got the retail price that she wants to have the students pay today, this morning, 12 minutes ago. So that was the last piece of the puzzle that we needed. I can now go ahead and completely create the web store and then hand over the keys, and they can launch their campaign. I know that they wanted to launch it by like April 27th, or it was far out in April, so we are well ahead. But I just want to get this off of my plate so that I can hand it over to the sales exec and she can do what she needs to do, and she's not waiting for me. So I'm going to work on that right now. It shouldn't take me too long. There's going to be like a little bit of custom configuration with this one. It's not a normal like plus template, unfortunately. But anyways, we should be able to get this done pretty quick. Michaela's got the DTF printers up back there. I'll show you guys that in a second. Got the door open. Things are going well. 8:33 here, Tuesday. Let's see if we can pop our head back here a little bit and take a look at DTF, see how production is going. Looks like everything's going well. It's super humid today, so it's a little hazy in here. Making our way onto the order, printing 1 of 5 copies on DTF printer number 3, and it looks like it's a 60-inch file, so still got 4 more copies to go on this one. But all in all, we should be set up for success today. Hopefully everything goes well, it stays going well. Like, it's not just the shop, it's foggy, hazy outside, and we got a homeless guy living down at the end of our spot. Can't focus in on it, but that's great. Love to see it. Let's freaking go, guys. This was one of the demos that I did yesterday, and this guy just signed up 4 minutes ago. I'm super excited, man. He went for the bronze plan, so I'd love to see another paid plan. I had a feeling this guy was going to sign up, and he ended up pulling through. So I am going to get this guy his site and credentials sent over in a minute. I still just got to finish up this campaign for the school. So once I get that website finished up, I'll switch gears, start working on this guy. But I love to see it, man. Great work, Alex. All right, guys, so I'm running into a little bit of an issue with the web store, and it's because of the design files. So this is one of the designs that the user can choose. So if they wanted this design, they then choose the product that they want it to go on. So say they wanted it for a soft style t-shirt, for example. So when they load this in the designer and they see the t-shirt or the design on the t-shirt, as you can tell by that little preview right there, it doesn't look the best. So obviously it is red design on a red shirt. So if you put this on something like that, it's a little easier to see. But the size of the design is clearly not right. There is some issues going on with that. So it basically, the website takes the design at its size and DPI and then doesn't adjust that and throws it onto the t-shirt. If the design happens to be larger than the print area of the t-shirt, it will size it down. But if it is smaller, it won't size it up, because that would obviously affect the DPI of the design. So I got all of these designs from Graphics Flow, so I just downloaded them and honestly figured that they would be ready to go. But for whatever reason, when you actually download a PDF from Graphics Flow, if you load it into Photoshop, the default is at like 8 inches by 300 DPI. So I don't know why they would do that as the default. It seems a little weird to me. If you're making designs that are most likely going to be used on t-shirts, why would you have the default width at 8 inches? It's kind of like some of the designers who make like trendy and cute designs on Etsy and Creative Fabrica. They also do something weird that I just don't understand, and that's that they include a whole bunch of blank space around the design area in the actual file, So you have to go in and crop the file if you want to use it as a design for like a mock-up or something, because it's going to have all of that blank space around the edges. And I've literally ran into that issue earlier, and I had to redo some of the designs. And that issue, like I said, can also cause this problem here, because it would be like there's blank space here, blank space there, and some blank space up at the top, and that would cause the design to look smaller on the t-shirt rather than the full width that the user and the customer is expecting. So just some stupid things that I really don't understand why they do it that way. I think it's that they just don't understand the workflows and the use cases of the people who are using the designs. Like, there's just no reason I can think of to have that cropped area around the design. You can always add extra crop to it if you need to, or you can always like shrink it down too to get that blank space around. I don't know, it's baffling to me. I don't get it, but a lot of them do that exact thing where they just include the blank space around the design, and it's frustrating to say the least. So what this basically means is I now have to go in and re-upload all of the designs, because with the way that the website is configured, I can't just swap them out. I have to delete them and then redo the design listing to get everything the way that it needs to be. So, stupid mistake. I should have caught it beforehand, but I trusted that Graphics Flow was going to have my back. I won't make that mistake twice. Alright guys, right now I am about to purchase some of these shipping labels for the sample boxes. If you guys did miss the last video that I posted talking about this, USPS sent back all of my sample boxes because they qualify as a parcel, not a letter. So they postage dude 52 packages, and I can't void the labels on them because they are first class mail. So I am basically out all of the money that I originally spent on those labels that they did postage due, despite them not even getting to their clients. And I now have to spend an additional $219 to get these 52 sample boxes sent to the clients the correct way. Love to see it, man. I just love paying USPS double what they quoted me because my packages are not bendable. That's just great. Again, I understand that this is, I should have known this. I should have looked at the reference material that they have, but I had already sent out 2 batches of samples. I had sent out 1 of 10 samples. They got there. And then I sent again another batch. This one had 30 samples in it, no problems. So then on the 3rd batch, when I actually decided to do a full send all of the samples that we had waiting around, that's the one that they decide to pull this BS on. And that's only then do they decide to tell me that these are not going to qualify and I need to pay for the more expensive shipping. So just got all of those bought. $219 out the window. Hopefully those of you guys who requested your samples, you use them and you get them and you don't put the wrong address, because that happens far too often where someone puts an incorrect address and then we are just it gets returned to us. We still paid the money to have it shipped to them. USPS still did their job of trying to deliver it to them, but the person didn't do their job of actually just inputting the correct address on the form. You would think that it's rocket science, wouldn't you? But I have a few more that also came in since the last time that I've sent out a batch. So I'm going to get all of these guys printed as well, and or bought and then print the labels. And I'll probably end up dropping them off to the post office right after I get all of them applied again, because they do have to be at the post office before 5 p.m. Before, I should say, because they do like to close the doors and go home. So I got to make sure that I'm always applying the shipping preset, because on the ones that have already come in, they still have the old selection where it uses the old sample box size, so the actual one that goes to mail, the cheap one. And I have to make sure that I do not do that on accident for any of the old ones. Now it should be good, because all of the new ones that come in should have the updated sample size packaging. And this is all just in ShipStation. So as the sample box orders come in, I sync them up and load them into ShipStation. And then ShipStation is actually where I buy the labels and I have a couple of things hooked up where after an order in ShipStation gets marked as ship, I have a Zapier alert that picks that up and then syncs all of that data with my HubSpot. So it kind of keeps everything in sync without me having to manually do everything, and it just happens really in the background for me. So I got to get these guys bought and then put up the labels on them, get them dropped off. All right, coming back out into the warehouse. Let's get these guys printed and then apply them to the old sample boxes, the ones that still have the postage due sticker on them. Freaking annoying, man. If you guys did miss that video, check it out. It's a good one for sure. But just frustrating to say the least. I knew something was going to happen because the guy, when I was handing them off, was looking real closely at it. Like he was just... and like, but still ended up taking them. Didn't tell me anything. Didn't be like, hey, I don't think you could send these this way. Hey, this might give you problems. You might want to do this. Nothing. Didn't tell me shit. Always gotta love the great people at the USPS, the post office. Just always the finest of government employees. All right, so normally by default it has the packing slips included when we download our labels from ShipStation. So when I'm printing it out, I just select the pages, and rather than all, we're gonna do odd pages only. And that's going to cut it down from 104 labels to only 52. So I'm going to start running these off and getting them applied as they go. I got the other batch of 17 that I still have to print out. Right now I'm just printing the replacement labels for the ones that I had to buy again, the $219 ones. So I just printed off the 17 additional after this. It is nice that we're going to have the tracking numbers again, because kind of the whole thing that we have in HubSpot is after we send a sample box, that syncs to HubSpot. That tells HubSpot to enroll this person in a sample box sequence. And part of the things in that sample box sequence is being like, hey, I just saw your order got delivered. Check it out. Let us know how the samples are. And then another one is like, hey, have you had a chance to try the samples yet? And these all send within a couple of days of each other. So if the package doesn't arrive, that won't be, like, we don't want to send that email, and the email only sends if the package has been delivered according to the tracking. So HubSpot looks at the tracking on the order that it got from ShipStation and then determines if that order has been delivered based on the tracking, and if it is, then it goes ahead with that email in the sequence. But if there is no tracking, it's basically just defaults to the timer. So it goes off of the timeline that we set, and if the order gets delayed in transit for some reason, the customer might get an email saying that their sample box has been delivered when it actually hasn't. So it's good to have the tracking numbers again for that reason, but obviously it's not the greatest to have to pay the additional money for it. But again, it's $4.25 to send a sample back. I think that if we were just sending these randomly to just random people who we found, who like we bought a list and then we were sending them to random people on the list, I could see that being a problem. But the fact that these are actually hot leads, they went onto our website, filled out this form, and requested just some free samples, I think does show that this person's a little bit of a warmer lead and gives us an opportunity to try and sell them on our DTF transfers, try and show them why ordering from amstransfers.com is the best place to get your DTF transfers, your screen print transfers, your printed finished apparel, whatever it is. So with all of that in mind, I think that it is still a worthwhile endeavor. It's just borderline at this point. Like it's close to not being worth it with this cost, because that's just the cost in the labels, I might add. We still have the price to pay for this U-line stay flat. We have to pay for the actual samples inside of the box, which, I mean, granted, they're not the most expensive things, but we have to pay for the cost opportunity for not running orders on the DTF printers when we're printing these samples off. We have to actually assemble all of the samples and pay somebody to do that. Like, there is definitely cost that comes into actually offering these free samples. And man, these labels are not tearing well. It's so annoying. But it's just one of the things that we have to
just keep doing. It's also a lead magnet, so we get the customer's data, can keep on marketing to them, sending them emails, and following up with them. So we are just doing everything we can here. Overall, I would say the cost of a sample box all in with all of the costs included is probably $5-6. So $5-6 to have a pretty hot lead form. Not that bad. I do not know why these labels are not tearing off right. It's very annoying. Guys, time is 1:57. Got all of these orders ready to go. Some UPS and FedEx that are good to go. Just one DTF printer running right now, and we're getting some of these last of the orders printed. It's great to be so far ahead, but for what I got going on right now, I just got off the phone with the sales exec. She was giving me some issues with the web store that I made. So I got the adjustments all figured out for her, sent the website back over, and I think everything is good now. So hopefully she can send that over to the school. They can take a look, let us know if they need any adjustments or if we are good to get the site live and launched. But for right now, I got to switch gears again and start working on our Plus stores. So earlier this morning or this afternoon, I had a call with one of the clients who signed up on Saturday or Friday, and he has been having trouble getting his domain that he wants to bring over from GoDaddy pointed to our platform so that they can actually sync up and connect. So I had him fill out the authorizations for us to actually go into his GoDaddy and make the DNS changes for him. So I did that earlier this afternoon, and everything should be configured for him in his DNS. So now I just need to go and make the connection on my end, get everything pointed together, and good to go. So after I do that, I then got to sign up all of his credentials, give him the keys to the kingdom, let him go and get started. As well as another sign up, we got to get that other guy who signed up for the bronze plan this morning, his credentials, his web store, and everything all set up with that. So I got probably an hour and a half of work here. I still have to go to USPS. I was supposed to go earlier, but that call with the sales exec got me distracted. So I gotta still do that before 5. I'm gonna try and get it done after I get these web stores built out and the credentials sent. Look who just liked one of Michaela's TikToks. because I think I'm definitely going to keep Loom. If you guys missed yesterday's video, I've been using Loom AI, loom.com, whatever it is, to use like it's just a tool that I thought would be pretty useful. You can use it for recording SOPs, recording tutorials, whatever you need to do, meetings. So honestly, like, this is going to replace 2 tools for me. We used to use this guide up here, which is like creating how-to videos, and it's like an extension in your browser. So it would like record your screen and everything, and then it would actually, like, you go over here, this is the help center for AMS Transfers Plus, but if you go to, let me go to a real one, like, it would actually create these images and like the text, the heading telling like each of the steps for the page, while also having like the this nice video that the person can watch. So that's good, but with Loom, it does all of that, and it kind of does it better because it has a little thing for my face, so it records my, like, it's basically like a video of me doing it, so it records the audio in my face, and then from that audio I can use, it gives me the transcript, so I can use this transcript to then do a whole bunch of different things. So I can, in there, oh goodness, let's see, I can take action. As I was trying to point the camera to you, I was literally thinking, why don't I just use a Loom and do it? So a little Loomception right here, but as I was saying, you can play with the transcript. So here we can take action and do a couple of different things. Like, this is honestly pretty cool, huh? I'm drawing on the screen. So this is all part of like the Loom thing. I could choose eyes that I want to do. But what we're mainly going to be talking about here is this document section. So if we click into here, based off of the transcript on the video, we can do any of these different things. So we can do an SOP, standard operating procedure, and it'll use its like AI to determine which is the most important things to actually make an SOP based off of the transcript in the video. So you can do that for a bunch of different things. You can do a step-by-step, and it'll do showing like literally a how-to. You can do a P-hard description, which I think is pretty cool. So you can use this for kind of like demonstrating code, which, I mean, honestly, that would be pretty sick. I didn't even really think that this was a tool meant for developers and engineers, but certainly could seem like that if these are 2 or like 3 of the 5 suggested steps have to do with code. So this is going to generate a pull request description based on exactly like what happened in the video. So pull requests are basically like requests to everybody on your team to review the code, and then if the code looks good, they merge it into the main branch of the code base, like it actually push it live. So pretty cool. Not obviously useful for what this was. This was just a tutorial for AMS Transfers Plus. It also has QA steps. So I guess like if you were doing a tutorial on how to quality control an order that was coming through your shop, you can then hit the QA steps and it'll generate like the quality assurance steps that you should take to make sure that you have a proper product. Code documents, I don't really know how useful that would be, or what that, I mean, again, I think maybe you would just like walk it through the code. This honestly would be kind of useful for Gangsy, now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe I should do that, because I've been needing data on like how Gangsy works, and I was just going to like write up a PDF, and if I could just like basically do a Loom of myself using Gangsy and then get all of the data that I need, I can use that to help train the AI chat on the website. A little bit of a tangent there, but yeah, we're using an AI chat on the website based off, it is literally AI. So it is custom to the website and based off of all of the information that I fine tune it off of. And I think that if I can do one of these demonstrating exactly how the website works with Gangsy and how to do certain things in detail, that would be cool. That would be useful. So that's the code docs. These are the writing a document, and then there's create a bug report. I haven't even looked at this, to be honest, so I don't know what this is going to do. Bro, this is honestly sick. Like, you really gotta admit, this is so cool. So this is basically for if you were a person on a team, you were a user, and you were having some bug with like an internal piece of software or whatever, you could record yourself encountering the bug, and then send this Loom to the development or engineering team, and then they could take a look at it, and then you could have it generate a bug report, so they could literally, like, without even having to watch the whole video, get the steps to reproduce the bug. Like, dude, this is sick, man. I gotta say. And then the write a message feature, again, I haven't even gotten into this, but this is, again, going to be pretty sick because, like, I literally just recorded this Loom to send to one of the clients who I'm working on getting them signed up right now. So if I select this email, will it literally give me, bro, this is sick, man. This is so cool. Like, I might honestly use that. That could be, that's sick. Again, I literally just learned that with you guys to get today together. But then there's also this meetings thing. So we use Phantom for all of our meetings. And does this have any information? Okay, it just has their first names. That's good. That could have been bad. But yeah, so I have this linked to my Google Calendar. So it's actually going to go in there and see all of my meetings. And then when I have a meeting, it's going to join the meeting as my note taker. So it's going to record the meeting. And then based off of that transcript, it's going to give me whatever that meeting is about. So let me see if I can actually pull one up for you without showing you guys too much. I don't think I can, to be honest, man. This is some information that I would rather not share. Yeah, this is all kind of customer information. But it basically would easily link to, let me see if I have the old one that I could pull up for you. Phantom, that we used this internally for a little while, and it's pretty sick. All right, I could show this one. Okay, so this was Phantom. So this is what we used to use for our meeting note taking. So it would record the meeting, and then it would literally get all of this information just based off of the transcript. So if I click each one of these, it's actually going to take me to the meeting, like that specific part in the meeting, and I can hear what I was talking about when I was talking about the current t-shirt size ranging all the way up to 4XL. So, like, it is insanely useful. And this was a huge unlock for us as a company when we were getting started, because just having the ability to really go in there and kind of generate meeting notes, generate SOPs, generate whatever from all of these different meetings that we're having, the ones that I'm having with the sales exec, the ones that the sales exec is having with the demo potentials, all of that. So, like, it is pretty insane using all of that data to kind of learn from, get better, and it's insane, to say the least. I feel like I'm not doing it justice, and I don't know. But so all of that to say, we can also use loom.com to record our meetings. So that Phantom thing, they offer a free plan, but what I was just showing you is the premium one, and that one is like $25 a month. So, like, they know what they got, and they charge a pretty penny for it. But with Loom, they basically offer the same features, albeit it's just like slightly worse, not as in depth on the actual, like, events that are taking place in the meeting. But with all of that to say, I get what I used to spend on Guide, which was $23 a month. That was the extension thing that I was showing you guys up here. That was $23 a month. Then Phantom was $25 a month. And I am getting basically the both best of both worlds. But there's even another thing, and that's that the Loom gives you some pretty good looking pages where I could really honestly see myself just using this page as it is, and linking to, like, embedding this page on our site, and then canceling our support. Like, we have help center tickets and documents and all of that information. So we use that to kind of act as our help center. That also is $25 a month. So if I could just use a page like this and then put those documents that I was showing you in there, I could then cancel that. So Loom literally is about to save me like stacks, bro. It could save me $20 on, or $25 on Phantom, $23 on Guide, $25 again on Help Scout, all for literally only $20 a month. Like, Loom, they only charge $20 a month, and I'm on the trial right now. So I think I probably will end up upgrading to the monthly tier, but
I know, oh man, $24 a month. They got me, bro. They got me so good. I always fall for the annual plan where they show it as like whatever it is. They got me good. So it's $24 a month rather than 20. But and oh, dude, I love to see this too. So they give you until your free trial to really use it until they actually charge you. Honestly, bro, they're getting some big pointers in my books. Not bad. Check it out if you guys are interested. I heard about this from Stephen Farrig in Campus Inc. from the Printavo podcast, and he's been talking about this for a long time. But this, honestly, right here, these ability to generate documents, this has been the unlock for me where I'm like, bro, this is it. Like, this is definitely, we got to move on it now. Because before, it was pretty annoying not having the ability to generate like the pictures and the written step-by-step instructions. Because what if someone didn't want to watch these videos and they just wanted that step-by-step instructional video? That wouldn't be the most user-friendly. So I was kind of stuck. I was like, man, I need guide for that aspect alone. But it's going to be, I think, pretty good that we have this and we can generate the documents. I can then just like paste that right into the website. Easy peasy, man. I like that I can do this. Move this around. I can make this full screen, which I probably should have done like 2-3 minutes ago while I've been talking to you. The draw feature is pretty sick. Look at this. Wow. I don't know, guys. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could change it in real time. Not bad. Check it out. I wish I had like a promo code to give you guys so I could make some money off of you guys signing up, but I don't. Just overall a good tool. And then there's also this. I mean, that's worth it alone, right?
All right, guys, just got back from UPS and USPS. Check out this shit, man. Bro's literally passed out. Got a freaking beer can next to him. Come on, man. Damn. This is actually the second time something like this has happened. The last time they had like a full-on encampment, bro. Like full-on. They had... You just got a what? Michaela's trying to deal with it right now, and she said that when she called, they got all caretakers are busy, like a busy signal for the police.
No, for like legit 911. Listen to this. Legit 911.
You have reached the Houston Emergency Center 911. All call takers are busy at this time. Your call will be answered by the next available call.
I don't know, man. It's just like the last time this happened, we like waited like 2 weeks or something like that before we actually called, just thinking that they might like move on by themselves and they would leave. That was the wrong idea to do because they literally just got more egregious, brought more shit over, like shopping carts. They had like 5 shopping carts full of stuff. When they were like dragging it all out, literally 5 shopping carts. The last time that this happened, it was like a couple. And I mean, whatever, bro, bad situation. I can empathize with that, but at the end of the day, like, I'm paying rent for this place. Like I literally just got my year-end statement for our from our landlord, and we're paying for the parking lot. Like I literally have to pay for the parking lot. So like I'm paying for that shit. Bro's not. Bro's literally passed out at 4:42 on a Tuesday afternoon. Like, come on, man. So there's not going to be much sympathy coming from my end on that situation. I don't know, bro. So we're just going to try and nip it in the bud. We saw him actually move here like earlier this week, so yesterday, and thought, oh boy, here we go again. And sure enough, this guy seems to be worse, a little bit more brazen. I think the other guys were just on the needle. This guy seems to be a drunk, but it's not one thing, it's another, bro. City of Houston. Freaking city of Houston, bro. Big cities. All right, guys, so we're going to be seeing Michaela's first impressions of the AMS Transfers Plus profit calculator. I made some adjustments to it today. Let's see what she thinks. Let's see if she can figure out how to use it or just get the first impressions.
You told me you were going to tell me how to use it.
If you get stuck, I will. She's selecting the browns. That's right, it's pretty obvious that the platinum tier is just that much of a better value. Wow, look at that. That's some healthy profit, huh?
Yeah, I'm just reading it all. To like read how clear it is.
Do you think it's clear?
Yeah.
This is what I added today. Those of you guys who watched the video yesterday, you guys know that this was not here yesterday, so now it is. A nice little feature comparison. One that rivals even the best of feature comparisons out there, like HubSpot. Psh, get lost. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that could be better?
No, I'll have to look at it more in depth, but not that I see now. It looks really good.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today, man. We're looking real good. It's only 6:11 and we're done. Got all of the orders for today printed and packaged. Just got to get them dropped off to FedEx, and that's gonna do it for today. It is nice getting in early. Makes huge orders like the one I was talking about at the beginning of this video seem like light work. Michaela literally had that done by like 2 p.m. today, so we easily could have gone to the gym, but still got some great work in the meantime. Really good day, some really solid work. Yeah, we're gonna head on out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. A little bit of a longer one today. It's great when I come into the office at this time because I can pick up the camera and get some good footage for you, but it's a lot harder when we're start the morning off at home because I don't usually want to film myself before I shower and while I just rolled out of bed, which is what I look like in the morning while I work from home. So a little between you and us right there. But all right, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm just clearly rambling on. Head on over to FedEx, get the packages dropped off, and that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like down below on the video if you guys made it this far. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.
Check this out.